I would like to say at this time, I am not endorsed, have spoken to, or have been approached by Capita or anything to do with them. I mean, I check my emails every day, and there's nothing from Capita. I mean, I have a look. Oh, the Capita called? No, they didn't. But you can slide in there by all means, Capita, if you're listening. If you wanna jump into these DMs, slide into these DMs, comment below, anything like that. I am all ears. But yeah, this is honestly just my review of your average man's review of a snowboard. Okay, so you join me with my new best friend. Okay, this is literally, since it's come into my life, it is the best thing I've ever owned, 100%. So I thought we would do like a review today of the board. We'll roll some footage, we'll do some bits and pieces. I'm not the most technical person in the world, so if you're looking for a review of the Capita Indoor Survival and you're into technical stuff and you want to know exactly what it does, what it's like, this is not the review for you. There's plenty of other channels. Go and check them out. There's places for you to go. This is very much your average rider's review of this board. Okay, so let's get into it. It is still a bit wet because I've literally just got home. So, but yeah, like you've seen it before. Everyone knows what it looks like. I have the 158 in wide, which is why it's black instead of white, and it's Capita Indoor Survival. We've got some union bindings. So, first impressions of the board. Top layer decal, absolutely spot on. I like the black. I like red on black. Like the text. I like this whole thing going on here. The amount of compliments I've had at the Snow Centre, like, oh my god, that's a sick board, that looks so cool, is incredible. Like my old board, no one ever asked me in like 2 years, what is that? They probably thought, what is that? But it's more like, what the hell is that? Compared to this, literally people are like, oh my god, dude, what is that? That's a sick board. So in terms of looking at it, absolutely amazing. First thing I noticed, first impressions, it is super light. Okay, I'm not entirely sure how much it weighs, but it just feels super light. With that as well comes, we'll go with the poppiness, I believe it's called, or the pop. Couple of things to talk about. It is incredibly poppy. Okay, it says it is in the description. If you have a look through the bios and stuff, it says it is really, really poppy, and it is. Honestly, without changing, I'm not the best person at doing all these in the entire world, right? I can do an ollie, but I'm not like sort of like super high thrown up in the air. So without changing my technique, I am going so much higher on this board. Like so much higher with minimal effort. I mean like minimal effort. It just, you just send it up and it just throws you up there and you're happy days, okay? It's amazing. There is, which you're probably not going to be able to see. No, I'm not going to be able to show you, but basically there is, I believe, a metal bar, I think, that runs from the middle pretty much the whole way down, the whole way down, the whole way through the board and out the other side. Apparently that's really good and that's really handy for the whole popping type thing, because you can just bend it, flex it, and then when it uncalls or unflexes, it just sends you. So if you're looking for a board that has plenty of pop and you want to do tricks and you want to get airborne, then I rate this board 1,000,000%. Okay, most important thing for me is, this is going to be a hard one to explain, is the edge hold. I think I nailed that, the edge hold. So the edge hold on this, it says it has some sort of death grip technology. I don't really know what that means, and when I think about it, I think of like Star Wars and Darth Vader force choking some stormtrooper. But yeah, death grip technology, whatever that is, it's cool. I fucking love it. I think I just we'll crop that out. I think it's really good. Now, obviously, compared to my old board was a hybrid camber, and this is obviously like a full camber with I think a little bit at the end. But in terms of the edge control, this is by far the best thing I've ever ridden. I've tried a couple of boards out that Rob and stuff have brought up, and I've tried some friends' boards. But in terms of this, you just get it on edge and it just goes, okay, cool, we're on this edge now. And we're staying on this edge until you decide we're coming off, which is really, really good. Sometimes when you go to the snow center and stuff, it's a little bit icy. The snow is very compact, very thin. With my other board, I would literally, I won't say carve through it, and I'd always get a bit where I'd be like that, and I'd be like, that's obviously me thinking that's my technique. Maybe I'm not stacked over the board properly, or something like that. And I would always be like, oh, I hate turning on the ice. I hate turning on the ice. It's just annoying, blah, blah, blah. With this, it just cuts through it. I don't know how. I don't know why. To be honest, this is an average man's review. I don't really care why. Okay, but in terms of what I want this board to do, to be able to do nice carved turns and then some minor tricks, it's absolutely perfect. Okay, I would recommend this board to anyone. It just has exactly what I need. If I want to just go carving around, leaving a nice thin pencil line behind, this board helps me no end. If I want to do some ollies or nollies, this board helps me no end. If I was good enough to do 360s, I've seen people like Ethan and like some other instructors at the Snow Centre use this board and do some crazy stuff with it. I don't have any footage of it, but just believe me, it's crazy stuff. So, yeah, it is literally the best board that I have ever ridden. I don't know if I'll ever need another board again. I've been told it's terrible in power. Well, the bio or the details of the board online says that this board sucks in power. And there's a lot of forums and stuff that say, hey, it's good at what it does, but it sucks in powder. And if that is the way it is, I would just have this board for 390 days of the year, and the 5 days I get to ride powder, I will just get a powder board, or I'll just rent a powder board. But for the other 300 whatever days, did I say 390? Because there's only 365 in a year. So, screw that. I'm going to use this board literally every day for everything. And if I have to rent a powder board, if there's a better powder, then so be it. I know it's not very technical. I know there's a lot going on. I know there's like different points of contact, and it's a camber with a bit on the end and all this. But that's on a need to know basis, and currently I don't need to know. I just need to know that when I carve, it's going to hold me up and it's going to feel nice and it's just solid. And I need to know that if I want to do an ollie or a nollie, I can just send that up there, and this board literally assists me in doing the crazy stuff that I want to do. So